Okay, well, I haven't really mentioned it, but the old wagon's had a few issues, and we suspected ignition system, and well, I had another coil and distributor put on because it's one of the last of the era of Fords that still had a distributor cap, and that sounded all right, but then I started having a few new issues that I didn't have before, and so we changed the plug leads, and we probably should have got those changed anyway, and still issues that it never had previously, and I don't know what happened, but some vacuum pipe, I believe, has been damaged somewhere in the whole process of putting a distributor cap on, and we're buggered if we can find it. Mechanic played with the timing and stuff, and anyway, so it's not terribly good at idling in traffic, so I've had to turn up the fuel mixture for the propane, which is not great, but considering the price of petrol, it's just getting absolutely ballistic. I have seen the equivalent of a 60 US cents a gallon jump in the space of a week, and strange things like that happen in this country. We're paying $1.20, 75 US cents in our dollar, but it's $1.20 a litre. That was when it was good. Then it raised to $1.40. I didn't like filling the van up on $1.40. I would prefer to fill it up on $1.20. The other day I filled it up on $1.40, and I drove somewhere else, and it was $1.56, which is about like a 45 cent a gallon jump, US cents. Imagine if you saw in the US from one place to the next, only a few miles down the road, 45 cents a gallon more, US cents a gallon more. That's the sort of crap that can happen in this country, and I was in the capital the other day and turned the radio on, and it said that average price in the capital was $1.70 a litre. Now that is just mind-blowing. That is, in US terms, oh, it's horrendous. It's probably, it'd be more than double you're paying in the US. In US terms, it might be about $6.50 US a gallon or something like that. Anyway, the old machine's dying of, the air conditioner's knackered. When it changes into second gear now, it's like full thumps as it goes in, and we've had lock problems. Suddenly the lock problems have stopped being a problem. But the reality is it's just dying, and I know it's dying, and it's, I've already thrown several $100s in, recently, before I left work, probably, a month before I left work, and it's amounted to now a new problem that I never had before. So, yeah, I've been out looking through cars that are automatic and petrol, because I have decided I am not going to get a small car as a replacement for this one if petrol's going to be so frickin' ridiculously priced. Meanwhile, through all of this crap, the propane has probably gone up about 5 cents a litre in Australian terms, and I've seen in the last month a 50 cent a litre jump in gasoline. I mean, you can't bloody make this crap up. And with that 50 cent a litre jump, the propane's jumped 5 cents a litre. Yeah, I'm not joking. People often ask me, how much is it to run a car on propane? Oh, but how many litres do you... Well, that is a full tank or not a full tank? Well, how many litres to the miles to the gallon? Dollars per miles is how you got to work it out. All these idiots get all their knickers tied in a knot. Oh, it costs half as much, but you only get half the distance. Yeah, that's because your propane tank's tiny, you dickhead, compared to your main petrol tank. All depends. The early one I had, they cut the petrol tank literally down to about a third the size to make room. And guess what? Yeah, then I had a damn big propane tank, and you couldn't compare the two. You know, it all depends, really. But you got to work out dollars per distance. And I used to say it's about half. Oh, what, so you mean it's about half, sometimes a bit more? No, usually it's actually a bit less than half. And the way it's going now, it's like a fucking third the cost of running a petrol vehicle. That's the way we're headed. You know, it's definitely less than half at the moment by a long shot. But I didn't fill up in the Capital because I'm not a dickhead. Anyway, I was in the Capital in the propane car anyway. Here's a ripper though. I decided to go on a big search and I only found 777 vehicles in my state that had done about under 120,000 miles but don't cost more than $5,000 and are petrol, potentially convertible to propane because you can't, well, you can do it with diesel, but it's not recommended. It's a big shitstorm and there's only a couple of places in the state that do it. And automatic because my left knee doesn't need any more shit than it's already had. So anyway, I'm looking at this little one here and, you know, in case you don't know, this is a small BMW. And you probably wouldn't... Oh, some of the old Benzes do convert quite well to gas. Fords convert really well. GMs, not really at all. But Fords go really well. And some of the old Benzes do. But not this, because this is 2002. I'm talking like 1990s Benzes. Anyway, that's a little BMW. And I'm looking down here. Let's have a little look through. And it's really, you know, the car is in very good condition and well maintained. It's, you know, full service history. Yep, really quite nice. What else are we looking at here? Comes from a non-smoking environment. Bit of a weird place to put it. Never been involved in an accident. Yeah, it's all looking very nice. Stability, electronic stability and traction control. It's got the friggin' whole works and jerks. Side airbags, blah blah blah. It's pretty good air conditioner, yada yada yada. Shit, 8 airbags in this thing. My gosh, that's a fair bit for a small little 2-door hatch. And you know, you just the way they've written this is a very prim and proper sort of a way. And yeah, has a, you know, non-smoking environment. You sort of wonder if English isn't the first language here, and I'll reveal that in a second. Very prim and proper. In addition to all the foregoing, it has driver and passenger airbags. You only mention airbags, like, holy smoke. Side airbags. Airbags again. Again. I'm going to tell you how many times he lists airbags here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times he mentions the airbags in this thing. And who would be owning this car at all? 9! How much do you want for it? 9. Nah, right now I want 4,999. Oh, I couldn't believe it. A very prim and proper writing, and you could tell, you know, it's the sort of person that owns it, you know, well-maintained, garage, well-kept, services all on time, non-smoking, 6 mentions of the airbags, at least 2 mentions, if not 3 mentions of the stability control, and it's owned by Adolf. So, must admit, there's a guy at, he was actually a human resources manager when I was at the nursery. He was Lithuanian, and his name was, we used to call him Addy. His real name was actually Adolf as well. It's actually not too uncommon a name over there, but anyway, I should to show you that one. Here's another one that really is, oh, I've got to lay off these damn Fords, but I know they run so beautifully on propane. Have a guess what it is? Basically the same as what I previously had, except it's got the mag wheels. I don't know, might be a fancy edition because Millennial. There was a limited run they had on ones called Millennium. Holy smoke, he's put the fancy grill on the blasted thing. That's actually the grill off the top notch one. It's supposed to go left to right lines for the Fairlane, which is basically no blasted difference, except you've got an option to have a 6. But with the LTD, they put the grill like that. There's a red strip along the back of my one that they changed to a white strip. They changed the damn mag wheels, right? So you got a little bit of a lens, only a lens colour change in one part of the back that doesn't even have a globe in it. Change the mag wheels, and change the grill actually looks the same, but instead of going left to right, they go up and down with the lines in it. And you can only get a V8. 6 isn't an option. And add $10,000 extra to the price. I'm not joking, that's all it is. A little bit of plastic goes from red to white, they change the mag wheels, and then they change the grill, and the $10,000 gets added on top. I'm not bloody joking. So anyway, plenty of people, actually funeral homes will buy the Fairlane and then just change the grill. But you look inside and it's still got the Fairlane badge on the steering wheel and shit. Whoa, I thought this was 4.5. Oh, this is on the main page. It's listed as 3.5. Here it's listed as 3. Oh, God help me! I'm gonna fucking buy this thing, aren't I? Oh yeah, there it is. Now see your big red bit there. That back bit, that changes to white. I don't think the side lights change to red. I think it's only a little strip in the back. There's no even light in it. It's just like a bloody lens. But see, this is a Millennial one, and what they have Fairlane. You can't really see it. There you go. Written there like mine had. But you've got Millennium embedded into that chrome strip above there, whereas mine didn't have that. So it's like a bit of a special run. Believe it or not, these are actually standard with leather seats. Like you had to actually special order velour seats, and there's only one colour you could get with a velour, but it's like, shit, 4 colours of leather you could get? Something like that. There you go, that's the one. This one's a lot of fake wood grain and shit all along the top there. It's absolutely identical to what I've got, but this is the black leather, whereas mine was the grey leather. 181. Oh, God help me, I'm going to buy it. Oh, this is a bit of a shock up. Where the badge is supposed to be there, they got a friggin' bolt. A nut, rather. There's supposed to be a badge in that bit. Little bit of dust. They're terrible for dust. I don't know what it is. I think it's the way the plastic is in them. It just attracts the dust or something. I swear this said 3,400. Oh, damn it. Don't buy another one. Selling due for need of a ute for work purposes. Oh, you don't need to ring them. Oh, Bayswater. Oh, thank God. It's right around the other side of Melbourne. I've saved myself. They're a beautiful car, though. They've got a floor in the design floor in the back. The mounts that go in the back suspension, they wear out really early, and they're gulp. What was it again? $800 each for each side or something. They're a horrendous price. I felt a bit of something not quite right. He managed to get a pair from a Wreckers that was all right quality, 70% quality, and it was $500 for the pair. But new, $800 each, because they all wear them out. But it's a flaw in the they're done a bit different from the normal one because a lot of people use them for towing, and previous models actually, and I don't know, but I had a funny feeling, but I never really, I don't think it did though, but previous models had the air suspension as standard, but anyway, that's just me little bits and bobs. Here's the base model of the same sort of thing. When she comes up, there we go. All different, very, very different. Even the lights and everything, all different fenders, the whole bloody lot. It was one of the few times where they changed completely the front headlights, the fenders, the tail lights, everything. They had, instead of being one kind for pretty much all of it, the sports one has a different kind. The base model usually has the same kind as the high-end model, but for this one they completely changed it. And that's why when I hit a Kangaroo, it cost me, right, I smashed out that front left light and buggered up that left panel. Left panel was $350. That frickin', the glass wasn't even shattered. It was only the plastic didn't shatter, but the glass did. The bloody lens, not the globe, just the damn lens, is $400. I'm not joking. Now, it was about 11 years old at the time when I hit that roo. I'd only owned it for 6 weeks and I friggin' hit a roo on dusk. Oh man, I was spewing. Because it was, the thing was like, to me, it was perfect. It drove absolutely like a dream. Plenty of power and all that. And then I smacked the shit out of it. Jeez, I was pissed with myself. This one here, that's $4,000. That's actually newer than any that I've had. Anyway, oh God, blimey, that includes roadworthy, stamp duty, transfer fee, the whole flippin' lot. I believe that's in a dealership. I don't know, just the way it's set up, you can almost tell if it's in a... it doesn't say. Yeah, anyway.